Hello! Welcome to Suck It, Fill My Bucket podcast, video podcast. I'm so excited, I can't even talk. It's a video podcast that is designed to help moms elevate in their wellness and to be able to elevate their lives, right? So before we get started, I seriously, like I just said, I am seriously so excited. I can barely talk. So as you're catching the replay, make sure to drop a hashtag replay. I'm just making sure that we are live here. I think I'm going to make that my intro music. What do you guys think? Okay, I'm so excited. Welcome to Suck It, Fill My Bucket, the video podcast that is devoted to empowering moms to blow things off that don't serve them in order to fill their own buckets, which really elevates their lives, their families' lives. It causes a ripple impact in the world, right? Get excited. So today I'm going to be jumping right in and introducing Fill Your Bucket as a strategy for your mom life. We have strategies for all sorts of things, right? We've got banking strategies and business strategies, and we don't have a strategy oftentimes for the most important thing that gets overlooked, which is a strategy for motherhood. So before I jump right in, I just want to ask you to invite your friends. If you find value in this, please share it with your friends. If you get an option to share this live stream, go ahead and share this live stream. If you even know one mom that might need this message, go ahead, click share. For the record, I am your hostess for this show, Christina Reynolds, and I am a wife of a hottie. I'm a mom of 3 teenagers and 1 toddler. I'm a daughter and a sister and an aunt and a friend and a servant of God's great universe and a co-creator of my own reality. As far as passion goes, I call myself a networker in life enhancement. And I basically created that job title myself. And it basically means that I connect moms with messages and movements and products and programs and other people that can help them elevate in their life. So I'm kind of like a matchmaker for all things life enhancing for moms, as well as a passionate, aspiring author and speaker and entrepreneur and creator. So this basically means that I get to help solve problems for moms that I come in contact with a lot of different ways, which is really exciting. What problems specifically are my jam? Well, I'm just a normal mom, right? I'm on this journey and I've invited others along on this journey with me, first via a blog during my son's NICU stay, and then next with community, and now with resources and a mission that's much bigger than just me, okay? So because I'm a mom, I have walked through those trenches with you, right? I've sat in the oncology office and heard the words that no mom wants to hear, that my son has cancer. I've sat bedside in a neonatal intensive care unit day after day, month after month, fighting with my son for his life to survive. I have toddler life and teenagehood, if that's even a word. I'm making it a word. Because I have walked in these valleys with you, Mama, I have been able to pick up all sorts of tools and strategies for thriving life amidst the chaos of motherhood. So I feel like I can speak really authentically to you about the necessity for wellness, and not just about mental wellness or physical wellness or spiritual wellness, but about healing and thriving as the entire complete human. Okay, so some of you must think I'm crazy for even suggesting that healing and thriving is possible. So I invite you to hang out for a while. Crazy is fun, and we're going to have a lot of fun on this show. Here's the problem. There are too many moms that are stressed out and burnt out. They see no way out, or they want to elevate and they just feel blah are stuck, right? This can often leave mom sick at best or terminally ill at worst. And I speak from close experience, as my best friend actually left this earth due to being so sick and so overwhelmed and stressed with an autoimmune disease. So I feel this in my bones, and it doesn't need to be that way, is the thing. It doesn't have to be that way for you or for your sister or for your friend. The power intention is all you need to be able to reboot your life, which is really exciting. So what's the goal for this show? Well, I have 6 objectives. Yes, 6. Number 1, to present mom with the energetics, the strategies, the skills, the hacks, the connections, and the creations that they need to make micro shifts that will really make a huge difference in their daily life. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, literally delete from your mental programming things that don't serve you anymore. This was a new concept, mind-blowing for me. I'm going to show you how to use simple intentions and strategies to heal from trauma and PTSD and anxiety and toxic beliefs and habits and all the things. Okay. Number 3, I'm going to offer strategies for self-love and self-grace. Number 4, discover new skills. Number 5, offer my personal happiness hacks to heal and thrive. And number 6, connect deeply and create relationships that really serve you. So that is the goal of the show. I am going to drop a truth bomb right away, the first of many to come. And I invite you to listen with an open mind and really witness your emotions as I speak, okay? Your feelings and your emotions are information. Nothing more, nothing less, unless you make it that way. You got that? See, some of us are running around, or have been running around with our feelings running all over everyone, right? We invite everyone onto our emotional roller coaster with us, and we jump on theirs anytime that they're inviting us along, right? Tell me if this is true. Okay, so sis, get off the roller coaster with me for a minute and just vibe with me, okay? And I invite you to engage with me in conversation so I can engage with you. I'll answer questions and see comments in a bit, which is the beauty of a live stream, that I can connect with you live, which is awesome. Okay, but video is frozen. Tell me if you can hear me, okay? All right, listen, hang with me here, okay? What if our emotions didn't run our days or ruin our relationships? What if we knew how to control them and we could effortlessly just delete programming that didn't serve us in order to strengthen the center of our body that is able to heal and manifest good things? Keep listening because you can. I'm going to show you how, okay? I'm so excited about this. Oh, yeah, you can hear me just fine. Okay, great. Okay, think finances for just a moment, okay? Let's start there. If you don't have a budget and you don't tell your money where to go and you have an intention about placing money in savings, it's going to disappear, right? It will disappear so fast. I know this personally because I have 3 teenagers and a toddler that don't quite get the value of money yet, right? They don't quite get the value of that buck. So let's transfer that same concept to emotions and feelings, okay? I'm getting excited. Okay, emotional currency is what I'm talking about here, okay? This is what I'm thinking about. Are you telling your thoughts and emotions where to go and witnessing the power that they have when you use that intention to place them somewhere? Or are they just kind of running amok, right? Wherever they deem necessary, leaving you emotionally bankrupt? All of that to say, just witness yourself with love and no judgment as you hear and witness your reaction to what I'm about to say, which is actually one of my pedestal statements that I stand by, okay? Here it is. You are your biggest block that you have in your personal and mental life. And when you get your mental wellness in check, you will achieve success in every area of your life that you desire. I know, right? But Christina, I have multiple diagnoses and limitations and trauma from childhood and PTSD, right? Those things don't just disappear. You don't just heal depression or PTSD. Some might say that to me. Some have said that to me. Okay. I'm going to ask you to dig a little bit deeper. Says who? I bet you, fuzzy socks, that I can convince you, if you give me a few weeks of viewership, that you can heal from things like that. Okay? Give me a few weeks. For today, let's just pick one of the above mentioned issues and fit it into the strategy that I talked about, that I suggest with Fill Your Bucket. Let's pick stress, or having a negative stress response. It sounds easier said than done to just adjust your attitude so that your stress is gone, right? Sounds easier said than done. But it's actually easier to execute than you'd think. But it's about releasing limiting beliefs like, oh, that's easier said than done. Just something that we say. That's a belief, my friend, okay? I'd love for you to adopt Fill Your Bucket as a strategy for your mom life, okay? Now, you may be wondering, if you're new to me, if this is the first time watching this, Christina, what is this Fill Your Bucket that you keep talking about, okay? If you've been following me for a while, you know. If you're brand new, you don't know. Fill Your Bucket is a ebook about 10 practical ways to reboot yourself in 10 minutes at a time. It's basically a busy mom survival guide to self-wellness, okay? It's an ebook. It's delivered straight to your inbox for $10. That's what Fill Your Bucket is as a book. As a movement, Fill Your Bucket is about liberation and permission for moms to take themselves off the back burner and say, suck it to the things that don't matter or can wait, in order to take care of themselves and prioritize their own wellness, in order to fill their own bucket, okay? But Christina, what about my kids and my husband? I can't just tell them to suck it. Well, you might to your husband, but I'm going to leave that between you and him, okay? Obviously, we don't want to tell our kids to just fend for themselves, right? But we can all learn strategies to organize and time block and delegate and increase productivity, find toys and books and devices and different things that can help our kids to focus on something other than being attached to us 24/7, right? So that we can take or steal or whatever it takes 10 minutes at a time for our own personal wellness, okay? You can get practical tips from my book, okay? If you can't prioritize 10 minutes here and there, then you need to reorganize your life, because something's out of whack, right? You should have 10 minutes that you can squeeze in. So book a soul chat with me if you don't have 10 minutes, and we can see what the design problem in your life is. Your life is a design strategy issue, okay? So I give you permission, if you needed it, to put that burden down and pick up a new strategy for your mom life, okay? Just like you would for business. The beauty of Fill Your Bucket is that not only is it an ebook, not only is it a movement, but it can also be used as a strategy with a formula, and it can transform your journey. And I'm going to show you how, okay? I created this strategy as an acronym with Fill Bucket, so it's easiest to remember. And I have a print off for you for this until it becomes more familiar. F, feel your feelings. Don't shove your emotions down, which is what we're often taught to do because we feel guilty about them, or we think we shouldn't feel this way, or other people have it worse, or whatever story it is that you tell yourself. Emotions can get trapped in our body and literally and physically cause disruptions and disturbances in our central nervous system, in our sleep, in our behavior, in our focus. The list goes on and on and on. This is backed by science, okay? We will do a deep dive into this topic because the science nerd in me just totally geeks out over this. But for this purpose, this is just an overview. Feel your feelings, okay? I is for immerse yourself in a community, okay? Immersion in a community of like-minded women can make all the difference in your journey, from just having somebody there at midnight to having a clan that organizes and delivers groceries to your home, or security systems, or whatever it is that you needed. These are things that have actually happened in my clan. Or you can build lifelong friendships, right? Building a community and being a part of one, I believe, is vital to the success and happiness of the mom, okay? It takes a village. Isolation is not your answer. It takes a village. L, learn. Learn new strategies, okay? Sometimes all you need is a few new hacks or tools, and this show and my book is full of them. I'm gonna post a link here in a second. You can use hacks and tools to get started, and you can grab some of those freebies at my website, therippleimpact.net. So check that out for some freebies. L is for liberate. Liberate yourself into action. Release yourself from the beliefs that are limiting you from reaching your desired potential. I'm not going to say full potential. I'm going to say desired potential for where you're at in this part of your life. Go get those freebies. It'll help you create clarity, okay? But just believe that no matter what your circumstances are, you are not a victim to them, and you can find solutions, okay? Look at each opportunity as the best thing that ever happened to you, okay? This is just a mindset hack, okay? Life happens, right? And you can say, I have decided that I'm going to have faith that this is going to be the best thing for me in the long run, that all will be working out for good, that everything is working out for me. And I believe it, so it's so. Okay? That's along the lines of using the things that frustrate you to teach you and to help you to elevate. And it teaches you, anything that's annoying you is teaching you patience, right? So practice these things, surrender, and have faith, okay? In order to make this a daily practice and kind of second nature so that it's really your new normal authentically, I recommend adopting these values as part of the strategy, okay? B is believing that all things are working out for you, right? Like we just talked about, everything is working out for your good. Now, this takes practice if you have trained yourself to, or allowed yourself to get in the habit of saying negative self-talk all the time. It sounds easy and almost annoying and cliche. Just believe that all things are going to work out for you. But the truth of the matter, whether you like it or not, is that your intentions create your reality. Right? Just like you don't feed your belly and your body until you set an intention to get up and go get food and put that food in your mouth. Then your hunger is satisfied. You set an intention first and then follow through with action, right? So believing that you can do something is literally the first step to creating an intention, which creates a result in your life, okay? So B, believe that all things are working out for your good. This does take practice, right? In choosing your thoughts and choosing again when you have thoughts that pop in your head, okay? You don't have to entertain every thought that comes into your mind, right? We will talk a lot about this in the upcoming weeks, but again, overview is what we're doing here, okay? You understand that life is an ebb and flow and that everything passes with time. Okay. During my son's 500-day NICU stay, which was followed by another 101-day pulmonary unit stay, I clung to this truth. I just clung to it. When everything else was upside down and backwards and I didn't know anything anymore, I could hold to the truth that time is passing. This is truth. Time is passing, and this day will someday just be a memory, right? And it is. Today, now, it's just a memory. But sitting bedside in a hospital room obsessing about bed sheets and twisted pulse socks and cords, it was really, really, really important when you're in those crazy circumstances to remember that this is just the ebb and flow of life, okay? This concept got me clean off drugs. It kept me clean. It has kept me sane and healthy during really crazy circumstances. So lean into that understanding, okay? C, commit to showing up for yourself every day. Don't overlook this one, okay? This is tiny baby steps that you can do in just 10 minutes a day. And again, I've got some freebies for you. So check that out, but commit to 10 minutes a day or it's not going to happen. Okay. K is to keep this commitment to yourself. This is important. It's important to stop and keep commitments to ourselves. It is. Okay. It is, sorry about that. It's important to be able to make a goal, make a commitment to yourself and hold to that. Because if you can't hold to your own word, something that you say for yourself, then we're in a trouble spot, right? Okay. E is for exercising self-grace. Okay. Along with self-grace and cutting yourself some slack comes self-love and self-care. Okay. It's almost too cliche to say, but it's too important not to say ultimately. Okay. T, train your mind. Okay. Use affirmations, healing practices, healing modalities. We will deep dive into this. Okay. Our brain has what's called neuroplasticity. Okay. And the science and the human physiology nerd in me just totally geeks out over this. Okay. So listen, the term neuroplasticity in short means that our brain has proven to have the ability to create new neural pathways, new pathways in our brain, in turn creating new responses to things. In even more simpler terms, that means that our brain has the ability to change. We can heal from PTSD, which is a conditioned response. We can heal from depression and anxiety with various things. We can condition our mind to have positive physical responses to stress. That's true. Our brains can become new, which is really, really exciting for those of us whose brains have been broken in the past. Okay. So if you feel that, give me a hell yeah, amen, sister, high five in the comments for that. Okay. Especially if this is your first time learning this. And please, again, in the comments, tell me if this is. I remember my mind was blown the first time that I really wrapped my head around this. Okay. If you want your stress gone, don't blame your circumstances. Make stress your friend. Partner with it. Partner with stress. Did you know that during a stressful situation, when adrenaline floods through our body, we know this, right? Due to fight or flight response, dopamine also floods through our body. In simplest terms, okay? Dopamine does a lot of positive things in the body as far as a hormone. And most people think of it as the happy hormone or the cuddle hormone, I think it's nicknamed. But most people don't know that it's a stress hormone and the heart actually has receptors for this hormone that can heal the heart and help the heart perform and keep up with whatever is going on, which is awesome. Okay. So when you are having a stress response physically, right? Your heart rate is elevated, your palms are sweaty, maybe you're breaking out in a rash, you're breathing a little bit faster. Don't think about how stress is bad for your body. Oh, the stress is so bad for my body right now. Think about how your heart has a receptor for the hormone that's currently being released in your body right now due to the stressful situation. You were created to be able to keep up with this. Your heart was created to be able to handle whatever circumstance it is that's coming your way. You were physically created to rise to whatever occasion is coming your way. Okay? Hear me when I say that. Get excited. So if you're feeling more fragile than strong, just know that you're not alone in that, right? Know that we can support each other through this thing called motherhood, because there are times where we feel alone. So at this point, decide if adopting fill your bucket as a strategy might serve your mom life. And if so, commit it. Commit to yourself, to someone else, and keep that commitment to yourself. Okay? Of course, we talked about that. Suck it. Fill your bucket in the moments when you feel drained and you want to take a moment to call a friend or sit and drink or eat something or paint by diamonds or do a meditation, but your brain is telling you that you need to blow off your own wellness in order to do the laundry or do the dishes or run errands now instead of later. If there are things that can wait and your mind or body needs to be filled up, say suck it to the rest of it, okay? Take 10 minutes to elevate your energy and do something that makes you feel good, because you'll come back to the circumstance in the situation more energized and ready to take on whatever it is. 10 minutes, my friend. That's all I ask, okay? Do you have any questions? Let me know if you have any questions. And then I'm actually going to walk you through a guided meditation that I wrote last night to prove to you that you can completely recenter with a free and quick win hack in under 10 minutes, okay? I wasn't sure if I was actually going to share this or not, because I just wrote it last night out of nowhere and wasn't sure how that was going to go. So if you want to listen, let me know. I'm looking at questions right now to see. I do, because I just don't know how to work through the feelings without feeling like I'm bugging people to talk. Yes, I feel that. And what's really, really exciting about this is that there are strategies, there are energetics that can teach us how to just release whatever it is that's frustrating us so that we don't need to talk it out. That's part of the thing. I've been through talk therapy. I've been through multiple types of therapy in the last however long that I've been on this healing journey. And when you go through talk therapy, it brings up a lot of stuff, right? And often we need to work through some of that stuff. But often we don't need to rehash it all. We can just release it from our mind and from our mental programming as something that is worth being upset about or worth interrupting our day or our life about, right? So connect with me. It doesn't look like you logged in or gave StreamYard permission, so I'm not sure who this is. So tell me who it is, and maybe we can connect after the show. I see a user says, this is a huge battle as I always have little ones with me. That don't let you take any self-care time. Again, there are strategies for this because they're your children. So they're going to do what you teach them, right? So if you teach them that now is our quiet time, now is mommy's recenter time, we set a timer. We have Alexa set a timer for 10 minutes, or we set a phone timer. There are so many hacks surrounding this specifically for being able to give yourself time. It's about training your children. Like you would train your dog to go into the kennel, or you would train your children to say thank you, or whatever it is that's important to you that you train your children in. You train them basically that this is important. This is as important as going to a doctor's appointment. This is as important as brushing your teeth. This 10-minute time is just as important as our meal that we're going to have later. This is important to do. And when you prioritize it and you're willing to look at strategies to solve this problem of, oh, the kids are all around me all the time, you'll really create a change. You will. So I invite you to dig a little bit deeper. And I know it's really easy. I have 4 kids that 3 of them are teenagers that want to be driven all over the place, and a toddler that's medically complex. He's literally attached to a ventilator and oxygen. So I get it. I get that you feel like you have them on you all the time, but are you using that as an excuse? Or are you willing to find some solutions to that problem? Because there are solutions to that problem. Are you willing, right? Oh, hi, Deanna. Oh, that's okay. No problem. We're all new to this. This is my first time. Well, I used this yesterday as like testing 1, 2, 3, but this is really the first time that I'm using this. And I'm so excited to be on a platform where I can talk to thousands of you at the same time. I don't know if you know this, but I run multiple groups. I have a NICU alumni group, and I have a dream team for this Fill Your Bucket launch. and a Mom on the Climb tribe, and an inner circle clan. I have multiple groups, and so I'm going live in all these groups all the time. And man, it feels good to be able to put a message out there to all of you at the same time, which I'm super pumped about. Okay. So, Deanna, let's talk more about this, because there are strategies that you can use to elevate in this area, to get those kids not on top of you 24/7. And I know, I personally know your circumstance and your situation, so I know it's hard, but I am, as we're speaking right now, troubleshooting and finding a few solutions in my mind for that specific thing of giving yourself permission, getting liberated. And sometimes it takes a community. That's where the immersion in a community comes in. And I know that that you're active in one of my communities, which is great. Keep leaning into that. Lean into building those relationships with those women that can empower you, okay? Because it really is going to make a difference. Let me see any questions that we have. Deanna, let's talk about that, okay? Because I have some ideas for you. Okay. I would love to invite you to help spread this movement, okay? It's not just me anymore. We are on this movement, and it needs to be spread. Moms, like our listener that is commenting right now, she feels like her kids are all over her all the time and doesn't have the right strategies or tools. She's burnt out. She's exhausted. Okay. That's why I created this. So really tune into that. I encourage you to make this show a weekly priority. This is something that you do every week. It's like an appointment that you go to. And even if you can't catch it live, you have a certain day that you are going to listen to this replay. You're going to set aside this time. It's the intention. The intention is what we're going for here, okay? And you can have family members help you with that. And again, we've got strategies. It's about strategies, right? So I'm going to be dropping some truth bombs. I'm going to be bringing in some guest speakers that have some bomb gold nuggets. I'm so excited. Next week, we are going to be chatting with a mom who is a pediatrician, and she is so incredible. I've chatted with her multiple times due to my unique experience with being so close to medical providers in a hospital and wanting to work collaboratively to bridge the gap between parents and families and the patient and administration and staff. And so her and I have had a lot of fun conversations about how moms can elevate and advocate for themselves and what they want to do, and also advocate for their kids. And so we're going to have a really awesome conversation. We're unfiltered, unscripted, which is absolutely my favorite way to go. I love improv. I really struggle with pressing record and speaking to a camera where people aren't there. I really, really love the live interaction. And so thank you. Thank you for being here, for those of you who are live. This is an important message, right? Because moms don't need to be suffering. We need to be elevating. And so if you want to, again, like or share this message, I would be forever grateful. It'll be posted on YouTube. I'm going to put it in my dream team so you guys can spread that along. And if nothing else, simply log on each week, like and comment so the platform knows that you're liking the content that I'm putting out for you. If you gain any value from this, then, click that like button so the platform knows, let's promote more of this. Okay, take a drink and a deep breath. Oh yeah, I love it. Send me some love. Let me know you're vibing with me and you want to see more of it. I love it. Thank you. I'm going to wrap this up by taking you through a 10-minute meditation that I actually wrote last night to prove that it doesn't take you much time to recenter and reshift your energy for the entire day. It only takes a few minutes, okay? So I want you to start by finding a comfortable place to sit. I know I often listen to things while I am doing other things, right? I am doing laundry or I'm chasing kids around, if you can, take a moment to tell everyone, we're taking 5 minutes to do something else. Mommy's taking a few minutes, and just see what happens. If you can't do it now, that's okay. Come back and do it later though, because I want you to experience this, okay? I have an audio track from the amazing Jen Russman. It was pulled up, but it no longer is pulled up, so I'm going to pull it up again. And she owns this audio track. Oh, I had it and I lost it. Bear with me, people. She owns this audio track, and it is beautiful. It is so beautiful. I don't know if you guys use audio as one of your methods of recentering and like getting your brain and your body cellularly in a spot where it can handle stress resilience. This one is so incredibly beautiful. She named it A Return to Love, and it is at 639 hertz frequency. It's a healing for the heart. It's from Genergy Vibes, if you want to check that out. So I'm going to play that and guide you through this. And I'm going to be honest and say that I've literally never done this before, ever, not once. But I'm kind of excited to share what I wrote and see, you know, it's kind of things that I've pulled from my own meditations, and see if you like it. So please feel free to be honest with me and tell me if you like it or not. Let me see if I can get this started again. Get the volume right. All right, so I just want you guys to start by finding a comfortable position, okay? Find a comfortable spot to sit down if you can. If you're folding laundry, just say, suck it, I'm filling my bucket for 10 minutes to recenter yourself, to honor yourself, to honor this body that is folding laundry like a boss right now, that is breathing, that every second has thousands of cells working just for you. Take a deep breath and honor this body that moves and thinks and speaks and loves. What an incredible gift for your soul to have this vessel. Now I want you to close your eyes if you're able and take a few deep breaths. I'm going to guide you through this breathing process for those of you that are brand new to any type of breath work, because it's something that often can get overlooked. We can take it for granted, just breathing, and we don't properly stop and take in the inhale and the exhale and just honor the moment for what it is. So, as you close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose until you can no longer inhale and your belly is fully expanded. Pause there and hold that for 3, 2, 1. And then exhale your belly back towards your spine. If you're not used to this breath work, it may take some time to get used to this practice, but soon it will be second nature and you can adopt different types of breathing techniques. This is just a very basic one. So again, inhale all of your oxygen slowly, putting all of your focus on the breath and connecting to the energy that is all around you and supporting you. Hold gratitude for the space that you're sitting in as you hold your breath and exhale. As you release all of the oxygen out of your body, your mind feels expanded. Your heart rate feels lower. Now, imagine a warm ball of light that is coming from your chest. And as you inhale, it gets larger. And as you pull in all the air, you're pulling in all of the goodness that this universe has to offer. And hold gratitude for that moment as you hold your breath. As you exhale, let go of that ball of light and goodness and expand it to the world around you. Trust that your vibrations are sending a powerful message to the universe, and that will be returned to you vibrationally with more goodness. I've experienced it, it's true. Inhale again and imagine yourself standing at the top of a staircase in the woods. The woods are so beautiful and they smell of mountain rain. You feel a dark shadow behind you, and you know that this shadow represents your stress, your pain, your anxiety. You feel drawn internally, and you take a step down and away from the shadow. As you take one step down, you already feel lighter and brighter. Your foot moves down another step, and your other foot follows. Another step feels good. You intuitively know that at the bottom of the staircase, you will have left that shadow of stress and fear and anxiety and moved into light. Another step takes you to 8. Still inhaling and exhaling with intention, holding gratitude for each breath in and each exhale out, knowing how difficult it is to breathe sometimes, but how effortless it feels right now in the woods. Going down to 7. Inhale. Exhale. 6. With each step and each breath, you are more and more aware of the shadow that you are leaving behind you. 5. Feeling good as you continue your journey down to 4, down to 3, down to 2, and last step, 1. You have now reached a beautiful open field. You have reached a new level of light and freedom deep within this pasture. Across the pasture, you see this triumphant twirl of light. It feels fun. And you intuitively know that that twirling, swirling tunnel of light represents your greatest desires experienced as your highest self. Now, as you continue to breathe in and out effortlessly, you hold contentment and gratitude for where you stand in this moment. Yet, at the same time, you feel drawn to experience that fun swirl protected across the pasture. You see your highest self standing in that light, and she's calling you towards her. She looks radiant, happy, healthy, free. You feel ready to accept all the gifts that this light will bring, and you set an intention to approach the light. As you put one foot in front of the other in this pasture, the grass beneath your feet feels like no grass you've ever experienced. Like it's supporting you and elevating you all at the same time. The energy around you is vibrating at a frequency that makes you feel like you're flying. Yet your feet are still moving beneath you. Inhale and exhale. As you are approaching this light, you see that the path stops before you, and you must make your own way to finish the journey that your higher self is calling you towards that light. A few steps ahead, lay the planks stacked on the grass that appear to clip into one another if placed correctly. Now, this doesn't feel like an obstacle, but a really exciting and fun part of your journey towards your destination. With a smile on your face, you quickly and energetically get to work laying one plank at a time. With each plank, you see yourself getting closer and closer to the woman calling you to her freedom, calling you home to meet her, your true self. As you finish laying your planks, you look behind you and you see the journey behind you that started with one step down a staircase into the woods, all the way to the planks that you laid to get here, one after the other. You hold a moment of gratitude as you realize that you can't even see the shadow that was once there at the start, nor feel the gloomy energy that it surrounded you with. Now, all you see is light. You don't feel connected to any other part of you but the light. You are the light. You dance and bask in this moment as long as your soul likes before deciding to head back to your loved ones, still waiting on the other side of the bridge. As you are leaving, you are divinely guided to bring the light with you wherever you go. Now, take a deep breath, and as you're comfortable, open your eyes to the room. Hold gratitude for this moment, for this session of peace and truth, that you can build that bridge to wherever you want to go.